Welcome back to Black Clover Anime Review, episode number 21. Our anime, Uncrowned manga, the Challenger. Yep, this episode is adapted from chapters 108 to 109. I kind of predicted that the anime would do this. Because, well, there's only 4 chapters left, so I kind of figured, okay, so this will take up just 2 episodes. Have like 108, 109 for this episode, and next episode could be like 110, 111, or they can do this, they can do 108, 109, 110, definitely do 111 for 172, and start up 112. But, excuse me, yeah. This is definitely, I was proved to be correct. This one starts off the now the title of the arc that this is supposed to be adapting is the Hot Springs training arc. That takes the last 4 chapters of this arc. Yeah, this arc is not very long. I kind of knew that just by looking at it. I mean, it's only just 10 chapters in the manga. In the anime, this is taking up a good at least. As this episode, they kind of started adapting this thing back with episode 65. So this effectively has been going on now for about 7 episodes. Yep, and next episode is when this thing is going to wrap up. Okay, this one picks up right where last week left off, where you see the new captain of the Crimson Alliance, where she is chastising her own squad for coming in 5th place. Yep. And of course they brag, of course thinking that her brother was weak, and they're like, no, he wasn't weak, he was awesome. He was a great guy. That's why we keep being strict. He was awesome. Of course, mentioned something about the hot spring, and Asa's like, that sounds interesting. And somehow she overhears this. Matter of fact, I kind of get how she could overhear because the way that they show this is that he's over like not that far from her, and he's able to catch her with his fire paw, because the Crimson Fire Alliance, and Yuno's like, okay, see you later. Yuno's captured, and then they're carried to this bar. This is so funny. And then okay, at this bar, this is so hilarious. Okay, you see Captain Silva, Jack the Ripper, and the new captain of the way the order is that you have Captain Silva, the new captain of the purple orcas, and Jack the Ripper. This is so funny. Yeah, Yumi starts insulting because, he came in 2nd place because over the years they've only gotten into last. He starts bragging about it, and Captain Silva is taking out his book. He's about to start a fight, and then the bartender's like, "Here's your drink, sir. Please don't start a fight my bar." It's like, okay. Does the same thing with Captain Porco, and of course, Jack the Ripper's about to do something, and of course, then we have, cool thing. I thought it was so funny. And then Captain Vermilia shows up, and she just takes Captain Yumi and Charlotte. And of course, she's just sobering up. And Charlotte's subordinate decides to tag along because she feels like it. And then Susan Noel sees her because she wants to have Asha basically say a proper goodbye to the 2 people that the brother and sister Kono and Kiniko, who were from the Undersea Temple. And she's like, "Oh, it's Lady Vermilia. Hi. See you later." She gets caught too for some reason. And they're gonna go to the hot spring, okay? And I'm like, what am I doing here? And then they start, and the first 2 people actually get good distance is Yumi and Charlotte, and they're basically, and it's explained how they're able to. Now, here's the thing. This, I gotta praise the fact that this is actually very scientifically accurate for most volcanoes from what I've heard. Is that the atmosphere is it's hot, it's hard to breathe, and you can barely stand even be there. Yeah, so at least I gotta praise the fact this is very scientifically accurate when it comes to volcanoes. And apparently the hot spring is at the base of this volcano, which normally hot springs would not build their people who own a hot spring would not build their hot spring at the base of a freaking volcano. You could put it near a volcano, but not its freaking base. And that's where it is. And everybody's got this. Now, it's explained about this mana skin. It's just basically this protective force field, is the way I way it's described. It's a force field that protects him from the heat. Asha now, and of course, it also revealed apparently Captain Vermilia, she apparently knew Noelle's late mother. And she also points out, though, her mother that she has a very striking resemblance to her mother. Okay, in anime, this is nothing unusual, where the daughter looks almost exactly like the mother. Yeah, this is nothing unusual. Not many anime I've seen like this. The only anime I can think of where you have the daughter looks almost exactly like the mother, I've seen this in Baruto, Himari looks like Hinata. This series, obviously. Let's see, what other series have had a girl and she looks almost exactly like her mother? Let's see. Oh yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, Toka's daughter looks exactly like her. And of course, Toka herself, and it's showing the flashback in that series, where she has a very striking resemblance to her late mother. Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to think, was there any other series I could think of where the daughter is a striking resemblance to the mother? Let me think here about that. Not many of them, but it's always quite interesting when you see that. Oh yeah, in Fairy Tail, Lucy has a very striking resemblance to her late mother. Yeah, it's been pointed out by a couple people that she looks almost exactly like her mother. Just like how at times when you see an anime where the sons look almost exactly like their fathers by physical appearance. Because that generally just happens. Heck, I've seen in real life where I happen to know somebody at my church where his son looks almost exactly like him. Just a younger version of him. So yeah, this is perfectly true. And they showed the fact that apparently Captain Vermilia, she actually was an old friend. Like, I would say she was, the way she seems like she's like an old calmer, probably even best friend to Noelle's late mother. And according to her, she was going to like retire because she says like now because she thought that after she gave birth, she would like go out and return to the field. Excuse me. It would seem though that she was going to retire. And here's something I thought was really weird. They show Captain Silver when he's younger in this flashback, and his hair is the same exact way in the flashback. I don't know why, it's bizarre. So they go out, and of course, Vermilia is very impressed with Noelle's progress and the fact she's able to look like she's like her mother both inside and out, which is fantastic. Great comment for her. Asha, she thinks that he was all luck, the fact he was able to accomplish all those missions, but I think she admires his gutsy determination because that's the thing about Asha, he's very gutsy and he has a never give up attitude. Yeah. This otherwise though, oh yeah, and also the bartender, so revealed like right after everybody left, the bartender was the Wizard King. Gotta love the fact they actually had that in the series where the Wizard King loves spying on people. Mostly he likes spying on there are two characters he loves spying on, and that's Asha and Yuno. As for why, I think because he sees a lot of potential in these two, he wants to see their progress. As for why he's posed as a bartender, I have no idea. Maybe just keep an eye on his own captains. But I think it's so funny though the fact that he just wants fighting in this bar. Maybe because he doesn't own it. Yeah. This otherwise though was one fantastic episode. And I'm looking forward to next week's episode, which is called, believe it or not, the next week's episode is called St. Elmo's Fire. Which, believe it or not, that's also the name of a movie and an actual, I think it's also the name of an actual bar. Yeah, I believe so. Okay, now for on to this newest chapter of the manga, The Final Challenger. The chapter starts off with Noelle fighting, I think this is supposed to be, looking at this person, I think this is, oh yeah, she's fighting Fauna. Yeah, she's fighting Fauna, and she's able to blast her, and somehow she's able to resuscitate herself, and she comes back topless. I'm not kidding. Apparently her fire magic basically allows her to come back, despite the fact that she's, well, been blasted like half her body's in bluebirds. Plus, I love the fact that the artist of the series covers up her nipples with flames. Not a bad idea, because I'm sure that other people might be reading this and like, okay, this is not porn, so no need to show off this character's nipples. Completely unnecessary. So yeah, that was perfectly fine. We see Asha. He's fighting other people. And apparently it looks like that Yeah, he's fighting somebody. I think it's Fauna. And Noelle gets caught up in this. Apparently, it looks like part of her clothes get ripped off. Looks like part of look like her shoulder. And yeah, it looks like that she's almost about to come out of her clothes. And she's about to start recovery magic. I think she's working with, Noelle's cousin using plant magic to hold on to him. Yep. We see these characters like blasting to this building. We see just blasting his way to the force of the Eye of Midnight Sun. Let's see. We see Charmy, little Charmy. It's like, welcome, time. The time free for the timing. Why don't you eat? And he's like, now it's not time. Wow, this is amazing. Apparently, eating recovers amazing. Thank you. This is so funny. The fact that he does this is so funny. Yeah, and anybody who's read this series or at least watched the anime knows that Charmy has a thing for Yuno. And here's the thing. Despite the fact that when you look at Charmy, she looks like she's a little girl. Apparently, she's 19. Yeah, she's 19, and she's 4 years older than Yuno. Okay, this is perfectly fine, but it's kind of weird that she acts like this. And of course, he has the whole thing of Ash away from me. We see the nodding bird. Don't see him very often. And I think this is supposed to be Fenrir. Says, hey, Asha's hot rival just went to the castle. Yeah, and Charmy's like, where are you, Oh, on that note, where am I? It's so funny. And then, of course, apparently she sees where Asha is. It's hell. And Asha's like, Miss Charmy? What an absolute... This was a very funny chapter. Yeah. I can at least praise the fact this chapter had a lot of action and comedy. Because you don't see that very often for an action series. And to have this one have comedy, it's so funny. And I even love the fact that apparently Charmy took the time to apparently make food for Yuno, and he got a chance to eat it, and he loved it. I'm like, dude, this woman is in love with you. Take her on a date after this whole thing is over. I'm sure he might do that, because he can probably afford it. Because I don't think he has an attraction to, I don't think he has a thing for his teammate, the one who's also part of the Golden Alliance. Yeah, I don't think because, she has a thing for Asha, so he's not interested in her. I mean, that's the thing about this guy. He's not interested in romance, but, dude, this woman has a thing for you. Excuse me. Also, Charmy's got... Yeah, one thing I also know about Charmy, she is sort of a love rival with Yuno's fairy. Yeah, his fairy, apparently, the first they met, they start fighting each other. They start arguing back and forth. And, of course, they did this while, believe it or not... Yeah, they did this, believe it or not, while... Let's see. Oh, yeah. While, and Asha basically just have a good conversation. Yeah. And the fairy does show up in this chapter. She does show up in here for 2 panels. Well, at least Asha's in this chapter for a good portion of it. Yeah. And it looks like... Now, I thought this might be toward the end, but... Seems like it's halfway through the final battle. That's what it seems like anyways. But it seems like that, it looks like more stuff is going to happen. And... I thought that was kind of weird that we have Noelle's clothes start ripping off her. I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, where it's partially ripped off her shoulder. Yeah, somehow that happened, even though the chats are awesomely with her participating in a battle against Fauna. And apparently they're doing this. This is a kind of a good and weird opening. She fights Fauna, kind of looks like she blows her in half, and she comes back and she's topless. Yeah. I'm not going to show it, but if anybody reads this chapter, you probably know what I'm talking about. Seeing Fauna, who's possessed by elf magic, turn to an elf, and she comes back because she has fire magic. And I thought that was, and like I said, brilliant stroke of genius on the part of the artist. for good censoring, using the flames to cover nipples. Yep, I thought this was quite interesting. Yeah, I'm going to give this chapter roughly a 9.5 out of 10. I love this thing. It's so great to see this, okay? So, that's it for this particular review. My next review, Fairy Tail. That's next, okay? But do next review. Bye.